All right, Rob, thank you very much, folks. Welcome to the BK, Brooklyn. And we're ready for a game between Stanford out of the Pac-12 and the Michigan Wolverines out of Big Ten. And moments ago, John Beilein, in his 6th year at Michigan, met with his guys.
Play great, solid post D that is solid. It is so solid. It's chest, it's arms, it's everything. We don't care if we block one shot. We challenge a shot, but we're solid. While on the outside, we know who we're guarding, right? All of a sudden, I got Randall. I'm a little bit closer. No, I got Powell. I can be a little bit more off. You got to know who you're guarding on the perimeter and in that stance. Now, that's a tough thing right now, to find a way. I don't know anybody better anywhere in the country can do this. But you got to believe in yourselves. You got to believe in the coach staff. You got to believe in Michigan right now. We get this done. You put that all together.
A spirited speech from Coach Beilein, and we're ready for basketball here in Brooklyn, New York. Gus Johnson, along with Bill Raftery. Michigan fresh off that national championship run, losing to Louisville. When you look at Stanford, here's a team, Coach, that defeated Connecticut on the road in Hartford, and they're feeling really good about themselves, especially Chase and Randall.
Playing with a lot of confidence, 2-3 zone assault, but of course Chase and Randall, terrific performer, runs the show for this team, solid with the dribble, penetrates and finds, able to make the three, but one of those kids that understands the game. Of course, they understand everything at Stanford, as we both know. On the other side, Glenn Robinson, the third, maybe. I think he's deferred, Gus, and you've seen a lot of him. He's the kind of a kid, I think he's maybe saying, you know what, I'm pretty darn good. That Arizona game's got to make him feel good. Making threes, getting to the rim, and soaring at the 10.
Robinson with his first 20-point game of the season. Meanwhile, for Stanford, these 5 have started all 11 games.
The low post there, Josh. Host is just a terrific kid with good footwork, good middle game, very solid performer.
Meanwhile, for the University of Michigan, no Mitch McGarry. Therefore, junior John Horford has to step up at that center position.
And nice to have a guy like that, and Morgan as well, to help in that support position.
Johnny Dawkins, one of the great players in the history of Duke basketball, in his 6th year as the head coach on the farm. On the other sideline, Coach John Beilein, 36 seasons as a head coach. He's never been an assistant. 31 wins last year, a career best, after they got off to that 16-0 start. However, this season they've had some tough losses against Arizona. Their last game, 72-70, Duke, Charlotte, and Iowa State. Joe DeRosa, Patrick Adams, and Eddie Corbett, veteran officials. And we're ready for Michigan and Stanford. And the tip controlled by the Wolverines.
Gus Johnson right now. Stanford, go!
So here come the Wolverines. Remember, after that 72-70 loss to Arizona, Coach John Beilein had a monstrous 4-hour practice, including a lot of film sessions.
You were saying they were clicking, not getting that rebound, looking it over.
Baseline, Levert, too strong. Horford will be called for a push, and our first foul.
Michigan foul is number 15, John Horford.
Well, they're a great corner jump shooting team. You really have to do a good job covering the opposite corner with Michigan. And their offense, as we saw, Gus, read and react to the defense. Very solid.
So Stanford 8-2 overall. Their losses to Pitt, 88-67 here in Brooklyn, and also to BYU, 112-103. Inside.
Tough.
Nostic with a beautiful left-hand jump hook.
On-time delivery. He can go with either hand. They're trying to wall up and be big on him. I think you really got to harass the pass to the post. Help that center.
Stanford, 4 of their 5 players average double figures. Robinson with the fadeaway 3. That grazes the front of the rim. And Randall the other way. Keep your eye on Anthony Brown, folks. He's on the far side, number 21. He's a slasher. And also a very good 3-point shooter with the ball as he faces. And a foul called away.
A little nickel diamond on Robinson maybe, but this terrific understanding of what to do when he gets it. Nostic, a kid that uses both hands well, bounces. I think you've got to scrape down there if he puts it on the deck.
Robinson picks up the foul for Michigan. A baseline, Chase and Randall. Stop and start, draws a bump, kicks it down.
Walton with good D there.
Eustace bumping and grinding, drop step baseline off the glass hard. Meanwhile, Powell with a rebound, couldn't control. Nostic takes it away. And a new shot clock for the Cardinals.
Ball screen. You mentioned Brown's offensive ability. Very confident.
Nostic slipping to the hole. They reverse it, baseline pull up, count it. And that's Josh Eustace.
Boy, stepping out, that is dangerous, making those deep ones off ball penetration.
Eustace, 13 points, 10 rebounds against UConn. He was 6 of 8 from the and just like you, Coach, Stauskas during the offseason added 16 pounds of muscle.
Well, I did it in a different, I did it out of broad daylight. I did it inside. But, you know, that's what he's gotten better at, putting it on the deck. We know how he can knock down the deep ones. Very adroit to get to the rim.
Now, Karis LeVert, he's the young man that was challenged with blocking out at the end of that Arizona game.
Well, he's really improved as a player, though. Terrific with the use of the bounce, a lot of hesitation movement, range with the three.
Michigan patient offensively. Walton Jr. out of Detroit, Gatorade Player of the Year in the Motor City. 10 to shoot.
Nice help.
LeVert cut off by Powell. 6 to shoot. Stauskas, he can fire from there. Off the heel. Robinson with the rebound and the new shot clock for the Wolverines.
Boy, big time. Of course, the long three advantage offense.
Well, LeVert straight away, pump fake, dribble drive, teardrop. Too strong. Nice rebound by Dwight Powell.
Well, he can really soar, Gus.
Randall driving, kicking. Eustace. And a travel.
In a hurry. Pretty good at 6'10", though, with his footwork, generally speaking. And there's that great performance. What do you hear? Blow-by speed, Johnny, huh? In his heyday. A little lefty stroke as well.
Long-time assistant coach with his head coach, Coach K, at Duke, Mackin High School in Washington, D.C., Johnny Dawkins.
Well, they overcame a lot. Think of that, Jay Billis on that team. Johnny had to carry a load.
And a reach-in foul coming up against the Cardinal. That'll be the first on Nostic. Second team foul against Stanford. Nostic, the only starter that doesn't average in double figures. He's at 7 a game, 2 rebounds. Now Walton Jr. He's a starter, but Spike Albrecht will come in and replace him.
And he can make some plays, Spike, and make some shots. That's the dangerous play right there.
LeVert, rising fire. All batted around, finally picked up by Nostic. Michigan 0 for 5 from the field to start this game. Wolverines as a team shoot 47% from the field. Nostic, another big jump hook.
It's too easy for him to catch it there, though. I think you've got to do a better job harassing the pass and denying in the box area.
He's a Brown. And that one against the Cardinal.
Boy, they love to put that arm at you, don't they? He's got his guy beat too bad. He didn't have to extend that arm.
The second foul on Anthony Brown. He'll have to check out of this game and be replaced by Robbie Lemons, 6'3" senior from Carmichael, California. Sacramento County Day High School.
He brings a little energy, though. He gets into the game.
Robinson posted up on the baseline, across the lane. Beautifully done.
I think he's blossoming. You get that feeling?
Yes. Moved to the perimeter after playing on the box last year with Trey Burke and Tim Hardaway Jr. Now Walton with the steal, straight to the bucket, almost lost it, and it's called for double dribble.
We got it on his hip. The understanding of what to do when you get it at the rim, and that's Robinson. Solid play. The back pedal and no help from the top. He'll put you away. You give him that.
And welcome back to the Barclays here in Brooklyn, New York. Stanford on top of the Wolverines 5-2 here in the first half. You know, last night the Stanford basketball team paid a visit to the 9/11 Memorial. And through basketball, these student athletes had the opportunity to continue their real-life education and view the memorial to honor the victims of one of the worst tragedies in American history. And Johnny Dawkins told us this morning it was so powerful and emotional to see the names of all the people, the rows of firemen and policemen that gave their lives very, very moving for the Cardinal program.
Yeah, Johnny said he knew had some friends as well. Nice little side trip, huh? Get some educational experience out of it as well.
Second trip for the Cardinal at the Barclays this year. Late in the tournament earlier, lost in the title game against Pitt. Beat Houston.
Pretty good Houston team, too. Watch that tape. They are tough. Right now, Michigan struggling offensively, but hanging right there on this end. And they slip Powell in.
There's Powell creating space, turnaround jump shot in the lane. Robinson with a rebound.
Pretty good call out of the timeout. You got to ring the bell on that one.
Robinson with the rake and take the reverse. Stauskas down deep.
Say goodnight. Say goodnight.
Stauskas, their leading scorer, he is at 18 points per game. Michigan with their first 3 to tie it up at 5.
He makes a living in that corner.
Eustace rims off. Snatched down by Levert. He'll bring it up the floor. Robinson driving. And foul.
Put it on the deck. You're going to get the whistle, but hiding down that corner, a location. This kid owns that part of the gym. Get those puppies organized. Nylon. You got to close on him quickly.
His nickname is Two because of the YouTube video he filmed during the Christmas break in Canada, where he's from, where he hit a bunch of shots like Bill Raftery used to at LaSalle.
A few years ago. He does have some juice, though. He's a character.
Yes, he is.
Big-time performer, though. Gonna have a bright future, as this kid will, too.
And Robinson. I remember last year calling a Michigan game, and I asked Glenn, I said, you know, do you realize how great your father was? He said, yeah. I was like, have you ever beaten him in one-on-one? He said, I've been beating him, Gus, for a long time.
Well, that's high praise.
A lot of injuries for the 11-year former All-America, Glenn Robinson, the big dog.
The big dog at Purdue. He even made Gene Katie smile. Some nights that was hard to do.
Now Randall, slow offensively, chasing Randall, very patient at 22 against Connecticut on Wednesday. Hit 4 threes, meanwhile a foul. This will go against Orford.
A little small change in the post defense. That was the beginning of their high-low set. Powell pops high and an excellent passer finding his teammate.
So Max Byfeld will check in for the Wolverines after Horford picks up his second. They'll have to head to the bench most likely for the remainder of this first half. Eustace around the world, had it stripped on the way up. Robinson. Now Glenn Robinson, stop and start, gets to the rack and draws it.
Boy, much more aggressive, isn't he?
Yes.
Woo. Puts it down, a little steam.
Glenn Robinson, the third, 6'6", sophomore from St. John, Indiana. Dad, the big dog, lives in Atlanta.
He used to look like that, Gus.
Once upon a time.
Some pipes.
Now Stanford will sub for the first time as they bring in Grant Verhoeven. Nostic sits down after picking up his second. So some early foul trouble for both teams. Verhoeven with the rebound. Along with Randall, Eustace, Powell, and Robbie Lemons. Here's Lemons, wide open.
Good job by Stauskas. Checking and going after it.
Spike Albrecht in at the point now for Walton. Stauskas with the crossover, no-look pass, and it's kicked.
Boy,
he does got to have some
he's got a little
mustard
hair
on that hot dog.
He sure does. He'll be ready for the Borscht Belt or vaudeville. But it was a pretty good look away.
Levert, the inbounder. That ball saved from going out of bounds by Zach Irvin. He's a freshman from Fishers, Indiana. Played with Gary Harris in high school at Hamilton Southeastern.
And they all say he's got a great stroke. Going to be a big-time guy. The spread offense.
That ball last touch by the Wolverines.
Nice job by Powell with the little rake.
Second turnover by John Beeline's Wolverines. Johnny Dawkins Feels that his team is definitely improving, especially after the win over Connecticut. Tough non-conference schedule for the Cardinal.
Well, that's a great road win. You got the steps here at Gamble too, Gus, huh?
5 turnovers for Stanford. Here's Albrecht. Remember, in the NCAA Final Four championship game, he had 17 points in the first half, spelling Trey Burke, who was in foul trouble.
Very confident kid and a great passer, I think. Good time range as well.
Albrecht backs it up. They reverse it. Levert tight roping the baseline.
But they really stretch it out. Look how you have to be honest away from the hole. Very tough to help against this team.
5 to shoot. Albrecht downtown.
Right
In
there.
and out. Randall. And that will be a blocking foul. A lot of Michigan fans in attendance. They didn't like the call.
Well, I haven't seen John Beilein react like that. He was down and low, and you know, that's one of those either way jobs. You can be moving, but you maintain, get in position once and just move the puppies. That is one that's worth complaining about.
The first foul on Albrecht, 4th team foul against Michigan. Robinson coming back in. Levert will take a seat for the Wolverines. Now Gage.
Trying to load up, Jim Bess.
Nice rebound by Robinson. He got up high. Look at the versatility. Brings it up the floor. Kicks it down. Lemons gets a hand on it. It will stay right here.
Everybody can handle the ball on this club, can't they? I mean, very calm. We know they can shoot it. It puts a lot of pressure on your D.
Michigan's losses this year. Duke. Last week, Arizona, Charlotte, 63-61. Iowa State, 77-70. 6-4 record.
A period of adjustment without Burke and Timmy Hardaway. And plus without McGarry being solid.
Gary not playing tonight because of a back injury. Stauskas rolling, dumps it down. Byfeld shows it, kicks it. Irvin deep. .11:54 to play in the first half. It's been a defensive battle thus far with the Wolverines up by a deuce.
The Cats have been a heck of an early season run. But how about Ohio State when you think of it? Thad Matta every year, well, this year they won't. Now they got a couple of guys back. Lenzel Smith, Aaron Kraft, Quentin Ross. What a year it's going to be again in the Big
Ten.
Ten.
That Quentin Ross can shoot the basketball for Ohio State.
Yeah, they get some more. Williams in the hole can give them a little something. Tough team. Tough league.
Pretty easy for Thad Matta when your point guard is a Mensa candidate, Eric Kraft. 3.8 student. Powell shows it to the bucket, jump hook. And Houston with the tip jam.
What a nice read. Of course, the dribble drive gets all the attention. And then the strong.
Eustace listed at 6'7", coach, but with that afro, he's more like 6'10".
You were complimenting him.
Fear the fro. Robinson facing, puts it on the deck, kicks it, Irvin, downtown.
Ooh, a little kiss in Brooklyn. No cheesecake for that guy.
I think he called it, I heard it. First bucket for Irvin. Michigan up 10-7. Eustace feeding the post again. Powell, beautiful release.
6'10", though. That's a tough matchup. You like that stroke? Big upside on this guy, guys.
10 points, 15 rebounds against Connecticut. He's had a couple of 20-point games this season. Dwight Powell, 28 against BYU, 20 versus Houston, 20 versus Pittsburgh. Stauskas dumps it down. Morgan's got to finish and does.
Yeah, nice look, Stauskas. One of the little set plays, read and react.
Jordan Morgan losing his starting job to Mitch McGarry during that great run for the Wolverines, ending in the national championship game last year.
Nice button hook. He's got his guy. Oh, he got to finish that. Right. Johnny can't throw it up any better.
Irvin
that's a little better. He's got a stroke.
And he hit that one from deep, coach. His second three. Michigan goes up 15-9. Pull-up jump shot, and that one is good for Stanford's John Gage.
That's his game. He can step out. Another one of those bigs that can move you around.
Gage on the season comes into this game 5 of 15 from the three-point line, 33%. And a hand-checking foul coming up against the Cardinal.
Second foul is number 10, Lemons.
So Lemons call for the foul, his first, and that's team foul number 6 against the Cardinal.
Because I saw you talking to John Sanderson. He did some job on these bodies, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Karras as well as Stauskas. 27 pounds. Levert put on. There's that slice cut and then the down cross screen.
Robinson, and he's bumped up top by Dwight Powell. Powell will pick up his first.
And a pump fake just gets people to bite. All the activity, though, by Michigan tries to get you in a rotation that you're unaccustomed to.
Stanford over the limit. Michigan shoots 1 and 1. Here's Robinson. Then Robinson with 5 points. They want him to be a little more vocal as a leader. Kind of a quiet kid.
Again, we mentioned how I just think his game moving forward is going to be solid.
Randall, baseline, Gage again for 3, and ring it up.
Yeah, once again, anytime the drive goes to the middle, everybody looks to help. The big fella, a little bit large.
Stanford, not a great three-point shooting team. Here's Robinson.
A little 2-3, guys, excuse me.
Gage was 0 for 3 on threes versus Connecticut.
Gotta watch Irvin. No Stauskas.
Irvin again. That one partially blocked. Saved from going out of bounds by Morgan.
Good hustle. He does a lot of nice little things. Good rebounder, good defender. Some backup when you think of Gary.
Here's a zone by Stanford. The lob, and Robinson pounds it down for Michigan.
And awakens the people in the audience here. Big Michigan following.
19-15. Wolverines, Eustace to Powell. Great catch. Can't lay it in. Irvin with a rebound. Michigan on the run now. Here's Robinson. The kick. Walton downtown. Morgan is there. Keeps it alive. Irvin. Pace starting to quicken now. In Brooklyn. Gage. And he traveled. 6 turnovers for Stanford.
This guy runs some great stuff. You can just see that little ability. Keep the attention. A little ball screen outside. And then this strong finish. Talk about an aggressive attack at a 10. This isn't Mr. Robinson's neighborhood, but he looks good then.
All right, let's take a look at our DirecTV game summary.
Well, you talk about three-point shots, a lot of ample opportunities where these guys move the basketball. Big thing when you look at Stanford, Powell's got to finish around the rim. That's pretty frustrating.
Powell's had some opportunities.
Very. You had a great point, though. You thought he's catching and rushing it. Like, you tighten up. I mean, he's got to have a little poise. He's been around a little bit, and they've got the mismatch they want.
Powell was 4 for 18 versus Connecticut. Just 1 for 6 tonight for Stanford. Glenn Robinson, the third, having a terrific start. He has 8 points already. 2 of 3 from the field. 4 of 6 from the free throw line for his 8. There's Powell.
Great size and can run, finish at the rim in the open floor. You mentioned nice looking stroke. Just around that 10, little extended D, 2-2-1, something Stanford likes to run for Johnny.
Walton over the half-court line. He'll start the offense for Michigan. Marcus Allen is checked in. He wears number 15 for Stanford in black. Walton off the dribble. That's a brick. Houston with the rebound.
Didn't run anything though. You got to run it. Ball reversal. Get yourself in a spot. Get a little rhythm.
Jason Randall, we haven't mentioned his name offensively so far. Remember, he can score points in bunches.
There's that high-low set.
Houston turns the corner. Elevates on the baseline. Too strong. Levert stepped on. No, they say he was pushed.
Marcus Allen with that foul.
Now, after the game, don't miss Fox Sports Live as the guys bring you all the highlights from a full day of college basketball, the NBA and the NHL. Fox Sports Live is after the game only on Fox Sports 1. So going to the free throw line will be Karis LeVert as Allen takes the seat.
Because Tim O'Toole's an assistant for Johnny Dawkins, was with Syracuse the last couple of years. The 2-3 zone, some of his influence a little bit because of what Jimmy Boeheim's been able to do up there. But you know, big thing for them, I think, is stopping, getting back in transition. Don't give the open threes. They've done a nice job. I think their offense has hurt them at times.
20-15. Michigan. Now Randall looking inside. Cage pops out. Randall, he'll take a three. Morgan with the rebound. LeVert pushing it hard.
And they get back and fan out, something they had to do against Michigan. Corner shooters are excellent.
6:27 to play in the first half. Walton. Robinson with those 8 points.
Not been able to dribble, drive, and be creative against this defense, something they worked on.
Walton looking. LeVert lets it fly. And Houston with his 4th rebound. Michigan 3 for 13 from the three-point line. Now Powell, quick on the baseline.
Too quick.
Randall, inside, no. And the rebound to Jordan Morgan.
I like Powell's activity the last couple of trips, though.
LeVert, Stauskas for the two-hand slam.
Well, those wing guys, not only can they run, get those puppies down the floor, but they can soar. And Big Gary dancing over there like he's fresh and no back problem off the bench. Nothing better than running a break properly, giving it up at the right time from the foul line to dump it. Stauskas, who loves the three, a pretty good athlete as well. So to put it on the deck, spread for the three. Elevate! Whew. Love to see you do that. Chelsea Pier.
One time.
You were the all-star Chelsea Pier.
In my dreams. Nightmarish start for Johnny Dawkins, though. His team down 22-15. They trailed on Wednesday to Connecticut at halftime and managed to really shut down the three-point shooting in the second half, as Austin Crozier so eloquently brought up during the pregame show with Rob Stone. And you've given Rob Stone a name that will last for an eternity. He, from now on, will officially be called The Natural.
Appropriately said. Thank God Austin's there to explain things to him.
Anthony Brown back in after drawing the 2 fouls early. They're missing his offense. There's Brown, number 21, with the ball. They swing it. Houston.
Turn and face.
Powell, the kick. Gage has hit a couple of threes. Brown, now he'll drive to the hole hard. No, Houston can't hold up. Here comes LeVert with players on the wing. Robinson for three. And out of bounds, will head the other way.
Well, you expect them to make those, don't you? When they spread, they've got so many dynamite delivers.
So Bielfeldt will come back in. Stanford has missed 6 shots in a row. And the Cardinals shooting 32% from the field here in the first half with 5 minutes to go.
Stauskas looking down deep with Powell trying to use him.
Nostich back in also with 2 fouls. Powell and leans in.
That's the one he's got to make, I think. Right him now.
Dwight Powell, a Wooden Award candidate. Stanford gets back into the three-quarter court trap.
Sort of passive, though, right? You're not really getting after them. Just slow them down, make them use some clock.
Back in the zone for the Cardinals. Levert, weak side, Robinson. Rattle it home.
Oof, too easy. Nice find for the foul line. They haven't slipped anybody in there.
11 points for Glenn Robinson. He averages 13 at 20 against Arizona, his first 20-point game of his career.
Michigan foul is number 44, Max Bielfeldt.
And Bielfeldt called for his second foul. And that is team foul number 6 against the Wolverines.
Now, if you listen to that pregame talk, that's exactly what the coach said. Body him, right? Yeah, that's what John's saying. That's the way we teach him.
Would you have let the cameras in your Seton Hall locker room?
No. Our chaplain left the locker room our pregame. We were happy if anybody came postgame.
Stanford with the basketball. Dwight Powell, the inbounder, on the baseline as they stack it up on the right side of the lane.
Watch Powell stepping in.
Brown cut off by Robinson. Nostich.
Nice trap.
Nostich slipping to the hole, jump hook, pure.
Well, really a great read by the big guy to pass on time. Terrific little release as well.
Nostich with 4, he averages 7. 6-point lead for the Wolverines. You surprised Stanford playing this zone?
No, because he's been doing a lot lately. He believes in it a little bit. I think, you know, with the lean backcourt that they have, steal some time, save some energy.
He's also got 2 players on the floor with 2 fouls, Nostich and Brown. Here's Stauskas from Canada. Busis with a rebound.
The shot or his home? That's his range, you're right.
Nostich starting to feel it now. Looks weak side, Brown. Michigan closing on shooters very quickly. Nostich inside, rolling to the bucket, the big boy.
Nice play. He just made a great duck in to set that up. Good read by the big guy.
And he cuts the Michigan lead to 4. Timeout Wolverines.
You like the big fella? He can do some damage in that hole. It's all about getting free. His dive to the right box. The old time religion with the jump hook. And this one is his read and duck in. His seal, drop step and deliver, big fella. Not too bad, Gus.
(25-21) Michigan at one time led by as many as 8 points. Stanford chipping away at that Michigan lead, now down by 4.
It's interesting, Johnny being a guard. They do a great job getting into the low post, don't they?
Yes, they do.
It just is. Guys have to finish with some regularity for them to have a good year. I think this is a very big game for both programs. Looking towards the NCAA tournament, you know, another possible power-rated game for both teams. Michigan trying to find themselves with some of the injury issues.
Spike Albrecht back on the floor at the point for the Wolverines. They need him to bust the Stanford zone from long range. Powell, nice steal. We'll find Anthony Brown with room to the hole, right hand high and in.
Nice job, split the defenders too. Well, he looks smooth on that, but the big wingspan of Powell set that up on that right side of the court.
6-0 run for the Cardinal to cut the Michigan lead to 2. The zone giving the Wolverines some problems. Now Stauskas. Irvin deep. And hits.
Well, they run some good stuff. A lot of it around that dribble, drive, and find. Spread you, tough cover.
3 threes for Irvin, has 9 points. Michigan goes up 28-23.
Nice D.
Morgan Can't hold on. Nostic to Eustace. And he's hacked going to the rim.
Could be Irvin.
So Stanford will go to the free throw line.
How about this play by Powell? Sets it up and slicing and get between defenders. Little kiss at the end. Saddled early with the 2 fouls. They needed him to have a big second half, Gus.
And Dwight Powell, terrific game versus Connecticut. 10 points, 15 rebounds. Chasen Randall led him in scoring, and he's scoreless this evening.
And they were able to hang tough and stay in contact. And, you know, Anthony Brown with the 2 fouls, you put that out there, and you wonder, hey, how are they hanging in this game? Nostic has been solid. He showed you a couple of his deliveries and their defense. I think the 2-3 zones help them at times keep Michigan in abeyance.
Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Stanford at the free throw line, shooting free throws for the first time this evening. Josh Eustace, 6'7". And the first one goes down.
They have good overall size, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Team?
Eustace 6'7", Nostic 6'11", Powell 6'10". Both free throws good. 7 points for Eustace. 28-25, Michigan.
And they've dodged some strikes, this Stanford team, because a lot of good clean looks for 3, and Michigan's just not ringing the bell. 5 for 17 from there.
Irvin has hit 3 threes for Michigan, number 21. Robinson leads him in scoring with 11.
I think Stauskas can do some damage if he does get a touch.
Stauskas comes up short. Tried to track down his own rebound. Lemons is there. Stanford can tie it with a 3 right here.
Tough pass.
Knocked away. Nicely done by Jordan Morgan. Here's Stauskas in transition. He'll peel it back.
I guess they finally fronted the post, and that's what you have to do. You just can't stay behind and let him catch it.
And an offensive foul called against Jordan Morgan.
Was it? Albrecht in that spot here, but just a great job fronting here. You got good weak side coverage. And arrest the pass as well. Make it tough. Mix up that D on the post guy, particularly when he rings the bell, like Nostic does.
Actually, that foul called on Albrecht.
Yeah.
As he picks up his second. Now Randall scoreless in this first half. He's their leading scorer at 18 a game. Baseline, Eustace.
Well, they are checking out. Excuse me, Gus.
Robinson the other way, tries to leave it. Stauskas. Stauskas driving now, deals it down, and Morgan with the easy one.
He is more than a shooter, isn't he, Stauskas?
Very versatile player. Jordan Morgan with 4. Shot clock at 25, or the game clock at 25. Shot clock turned off.
Powell's got Morgan on him. I think he could bring him outside and drive him a little bit.
5-point lead, Randall. 9 to shoot. Powell. Baseline to the hole.
Not bad, huh? He's got some blow-by ability.
Levert from half court, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, Michigan 30, Stanford 27. Cardinal making a nice run at the end of the first half.
So versatile here at the elbow, the pinch post, the blow by the full extension. Just a mismatched speed and ability on that particular trip.
Stanford, after trailing by 8, go on a 10-5 run over the final 4 minutes. And at the end of the first half, we've got a 3-point game. 30-27, Michigan. Halftime at the Barclays in Brooklyn, New York, and the Michigan Wolverines lead the Stanford Cardinal 30-27. And moments ago, we caught up with John Beilein, and we listened to his coaches meeting.
continue, stops, and run.
Yeah, and we can drive. We can get into the
Those
lane.
are numbers in transition.
Get into the lane.
Best deal.
Get the ball
What
out
we got?
and go.
What's the guard through?
Guard through is 9.
They only got 3 offensive rebounds.
How many times?
We only got out of it once. I think it was 6 or 7.
6. All right. So that's a really good number. That's like two
They
a
struggle with
possession.
that, actually. The hot guy needs to be there also. Any of those ISOs, we got to have a hot guy.
Okay.
Do a great job getting to the bones. Keep attacking, pressure on the rim, offensively, up the floor.
In the second half.
Yep. And the shooter too, right?
Yep. Last thing, when they do go zone, that last bucket, Nick got 2 feet in the paint.
Correct.
So that's not just pass it around and shoot jumpers against the zone.
All right, thank you for Coach Beeline allowing us in the locker room. What's the hot guy mean? Who's the hot guy?
Well, ride the hot guy, whoever that happens to be, but they struggle from three-point play. You know, they run some stuff, and a play, they add that hot guy on it. It's sometimes when you cut and step back, give it to them, it's sort of intimidating. You say you are the hot guy, no matter who it happens to be. But I love the cohesion there. Each guy had something to say. LaVell Jordan, who you've known for many years, kid out of Butler, and you know, very confident. They all do their scouting reports, and they all have contributions.
All right, let's take a look at the statistics from the first half and what jumps out at you. Michigan, 5 of 18, Coach, from the three-point line.
You know, and I don't recall any bad ones, so that's dangerous for Stanford. You can't give this team clean looks. They're just an excellent shooting team. I think the big thing in that talk also is in transition, they're much more effective, whether it's finishing for a 2 or putting the pressure on the defensive balance of Stanford.
Stanford in the first half, 11 of 25, 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Cardinal with the basketball to start the second half. Anthony Brown running the point. He's guarded by LeVert. Here's Randall. They move him off the ball. They need him to score, and he does as we begin the second half.
Man, nice movement. You're right. Use that little down screen curl. Got to the 10.
First bucket of the game for Chase and Randall. Their leading scorer at 18 a game.
They're staying with the 2-3 now. Let's see. No, straight up man.
Stauskas along with Walton. And Walton hits his first shot of the second half. That's a 2.
But they are very unselfish team. Sort of the trademark of John Beeline. Stauskas right in the money.
Inside, Nastich. Beautiful positioning. And he buries another jump hook. 8 points for Stefan Nastich.
You can't let him load up like that, though. And he's right at the rim. Do some homework early.
Morgan slipping. And foul from behind. They'll make him earn it at the free throw line.
Well, that was McGarry's, wasn't it? The ability to get to the rim, but all of this is too easy. You've got to force him out higher. Morgan really at a disadvantage, and this kid's got a nice little touch. Confident offensive player. And right here, the blow-by. One of those giveaways, saved the 2.
Jordan Morgan, normally a starter during his career at Michigan. He started 96 career games out of 115. Make it 97 because he did start this evening.
Well, you know what's great about that kid? He's always ready to play. I mean, if he starts or doesn't start, a willing contributor.
34-31. Randall again, off the mark with a 3 and out of bounds.
Single double. Sort of settled for that one.
So Randall against Pittsburgh. Now Stauskas driving.
Interesting with Randall. He gets 5 free throws a game. He hasn't been to the free throw line. You can see he's not as aggressive at that end of the floor. Nice little hide and seek here.
LeVert, double clutch, blocked, cuffed, and recovered by Eustace, but he had it swiped by LeVert. Now Morgan dumps it down. Robinson left-hand layup.
How clever was that? Put the shoulder towards the defender, switch to the offhand. Great hustle.
Glenn Robinson with 13 points to lead the Wolverines. Now Nastich in the hole once again. Wants to take it and does.
He is a load right now. He puts it on the floor. You've got to have some yellow shirts down there helping Morgan out, or Jordan.
Stefan Nastich from Thornhill, Ontario, Canada. 5 of 6 from the field for Stanford. 3-point lead for Michigan. Morgan facing on the baseline. 8 feet away. Now across the lane. Left hand. Finger roll short. Eustace with another rebound.
Well, he is really playing good on that end of the floor, Gus.
And Randall bumped at the elbow and draws a foul.
Right here, just a good anticipation defensively. Eustace, we talked about the rebounding, but both guys down and dirty. The extra pass, I just love the shot selection. Glenn Robinson, solid night thus far.
Dwight Powell, the inbounder. Here's Nostich, along with Anthony Brown. Chase and Randall, Eustace on the floor for the Cardinal. Inside, Nostich, nice catch, but he can't hold on. Here's LeVert, hard push. He's got Stauskas on the wing, to the bucket, blocked by Eustace, and call that a bucket
and a foul.
And a foul.
Yeah. Say they do look good when they're running the floor. And a little run out, and John can't believe they're given the foul as well. This is all because of not squeezing it. A terrific post pass by Powell, but Stauskas, he can really sniff it out.
Stauskas adds a free throw and completes the three-point play. Michigan up 39-33, Stauskas with 8. The average is close to 20 a game.
And Powell's got his guy, and then he doubles. Nice, should have been at the rim.
Brown for 3. Count it. Anthony Brown can hit the three-point shot. He's an attacker, shooting 48% from downtown. He has 5. After picking up 2 early fouls, he had to sit a bunch in that first half. Glenn Robinson. Here's Brown.
Randall had that empty. There you go.
Gets to the bucket and draws contact.
Well, you see that empty side, you set the guy in the middle and then put it on the deck and get to the rim. Now, this is just good, solid basketball. Low post, they fill into their high-low, and that's good response here. He can make that shot, too. That's dangerous. You can see the help or overhelp, and then the knockdown.
Jason Randall on the line for Stanford, shooting.
So Chase and Randall at the free throw line. 78% free throw shooter on the season.
Checking in for Michigan, number 21, Zach Irvin. Number 52, Jordan Morgan. Here played John Horford.
Irvin comes in for Michigan. He had 3 threes in the first half. Number 21, Gold. Randall, second free throw is good. 1-point lead for Michigan, 39-38. Here's Walton in the backcourt. He draws Chase and Randall.
This kid's going to get better and better. A little more confidence as the year goes on. Tough to replace a guy like Trey Burke, too.
Stauskas blocked by Eustace. Here comes Brown. He's got Eustace with him. Randall, catch and shoot. Way short. Irvin to Robinson. Stauskas in the corner, found a spot. Robinson with a rebound, blocked by Eustace. But Michigan makes him pay. Deep in the corner, Irvin with his 4th 3.
So many options on that offensive end to drill him.
Irvin with 12, all from downtown. Brown off the bounce and knocks it down in motion.
A little better offense on both ends now. You like that little sweet move. Open it up a little. They were struggling, both clubs, in that first half.
Anthony Brown starting to heat up now. 7 points. 42-40. Here's a pick and roll with Walton. Twelve to shoot. Walton wants a screen. Tries to split it. 16-footer.
Good, tough, sweet spot. And nobody able to step up at all. Not good D on that particular trip.
He has 4. Powell to the basket. Double clutch. No call. Oh, offensive foul, the call. That was a late one.
It sure was.
As he picks up his second. 14:40 to play, second half. 4-point game in the BK. Back after this.
On the court.
Let's have a quick update from Notre Dame, Ohio State. Senior Aaron Kraft, a 77% free throw shooter. Made the first, missed the second. It's a three-point affair. Demetrius Jackson to force overtime. And the Buckeyes go to 12-0. And now we go back to Gus and Raph.
All right, Rob, let's take a look at the updated AP Top 10.
Pretty impressive. Arizona was a great start. Solid team. Great backcourt. Post up people. There's Jordan. I mean, this is a good basketball team. Of course, the Q's with that 2-3 zone. You like Oklahoma State because you like Marcus Smart. And of course, the Cats of Villanova surprising a lot of people with their fine play. Terrific outside shooting, great perimeter. Knockdowns a little bit like Michigan in their ability to convert from deep.
4-point Michigan lead, 14:40 to play here in the second half. First time these two teams have faced each other since Bill Raftery's senior year in college, 1959. The Cardinals won that game, 59-52.
Hey, my beanie and blazer. Love to see what they come out of timeouts with their little America's play screen to screener.
Stauskas.
Extra pass.
Reversal, Irvin. And the rebound going to the Cardinal. Foul coming up against the Wolverines.
But they just are struggling with those open looks. And John can't believe it either. And they work hard to get those opportunities.
John Beeline, 421 seasons at Michigan. Lost in the national title to Louisville, 82-76. Really turned this Michigan program around. Eustace driving to the basket on the baseline, muscles it up, too strong. Batted out, Walton picks it up.
Good poise here, nothing.
Robinson. Now Stauskas slice it. And draws a foul.
And that's their tough play. Drive baseline, you help, kick to the opposite corner.
Now tomorrow, Big East basketball presented by New York Life returns the doubleheader as Eastern Washington takes on Seton Hall, followed by Cal versus Creighton. It all begins at 5 p.m. Eastern on your home for Big East basketball, Fox Sports 1.
They can't sleep on that Creighton team. They can score.
Dougie, 25 a game.
Not too bad.
Doug McDermott. You get a chance to see him later on this year, Coach. We travel to Omaha. 6-point lead for Michigan, 10 points for Stauskas. Wolverines 6-4 on the year. Cardinal 8-2. Now Eustace facing. Fires mid-range jump shot. Comes up short. Powell on the weak side rebound.
That's what he's good at. He gets the foul. On him, good hustle. I mean, he's terrific around the rim. Gets up big time. Interesting, Eustace with that jumper. He started out in the box, but excellent defense. Forced him deeper in the corner.
Foul called on Jordan Morgan as he picks up his third, fourth team foul against the Wolverines. So Morgan will come out of the game. And he's replaced by Bielfeldt, excuse me.
Interesting, I guess he got some perspiration on the floor.
Gage also in with the ball for Stanford. He'll feed the post. Reverse layup, Powell. Can't get it to go. Walton the other way. He's got numbers. Stauskas trying to get lost in transition. Stanford does a nice job picking him up. Anthony Brown.
On the other side, Powell with a great post up on the out-of-bounds play. He just couldn't convert.
Robinson will post. Get to the bucket. Walton ducks in, double clutch, short. Nicely defended by the Cardinal on a foul.
Michigan fouls number 44 next, Bielfeldt.
So Bielfeldt called for his third, fifth team foul against the Wolverines.
I'm just reading Dwight Powell going to the backcourt. He's a little down on himself and too good a player. They need him to prosper. They get a little blown down. Not a bad move right now by Johnny.
Powell will sit down. Lemons replaces him. Spike Albrecht on the court as well for Michigan. He'll guard Chase and Randall with the ball. Brown. And that one came off his hand awkwardly as he fires an air ball.
You see him look at his hands, there's something on it. Nice little down screen to get a clean look.
Michigan is led by as many as 8. That coming in the first half. Irvin has been terrific for the Wolverines with 4 threes. 12 points.
Well, this guy's been terrific too, playing with a lot of poise, Robinson.
Robinson forcing his way to the basket and draws contact.
Oh, nice use to the left. He's got it all. Playing with a lot more confidence.
Gage gets called for the foul, his first 15th foul against the Cardinal. Glenn Robinson, 13 points tonight. 4 of 6 from the free throw line. How much of it, Coach, is just genes?
Well, I have a son. I don't know. It's
Billy's very bright.
well, that's
He
his
makes
mom.
movies for a living.
That's his mom, though. I think it's a combination. The big thing is you gotta like it, and then you can. Those genes do help.
Randall reverse layup, no. Houston's there though for the follow and stick back.
Well, he's been tough, I think. Bites you slowly. Always around with a shot block, a rebound, timely putback.
9 points for Houston. 7 rebounds as well. Albrecht. Hand off. Stauskas draws a double team.
Well, they keep you active and then space out.
In the corner.
There you go. That's pretty basketball. Don't mind giving it to one another. Unusual to see them struggle from deep like they have tonight.
Nick Stauskas with 13 points. Gage posting up now. Fires on the baseline. Got it up high off the heel. Here's Robinson. 3-on-2. Robinson. Stauskas lost it on the way up and a foul call.
Maybe gave it up just a tad earlier, but the ability to convert from deep. Trademark of the Wolverines. The extra pass, the unselfish play. From deep.
Let's take a look at the AT&T Impossible feeds. 1989, folks. Glenn Rice averaged over 30 in 6 games in the NCAA tournament, and he led Michigan to their first and only national title. Ramil Robinson hit the free throws. PJ Carlissimo is still angry, but Terry Mills, teammate on that 89 squad who does Michigan radio, he'll take it as the Wolverines won it.
Great guy. He was with the Nets for a while. I got to know him. But another stalwart for the Wolverines, Nick Stauskas. Spread out, get him organized, attack the rim, and why not? Space and grace. Automatic. When he misses, Terry Mills was saying today, when he misses a shot, he's in shot. Generally, unerring from deep.
Stauskas with 8 points in the second half. 13 on 4 of 9 shooting. The Wolverines have scored 7 of the game's last 9 points. As Stauskas goes to the line.
Did you see the YouTube with him in the backyard?
Yes, I did. And it was winter.
In Canada.
In Canada.
It could be winter in Florida or California.
And he barely missed a shot, folks. Go to YouTube and check that out. If you're by your computer, don't turn the game off. Stauskas gets the first to go.
Speaking of the Hall, we got one coming up. Now, PJ handled that situation beautifully. Carlissimo, that 89 game with grace, tough call at the end of the game. Ramil making the free throws.
The Hall got some good news this week, though. Sterling Gibbs missed only a couple of games.
Not great. They've had a rough run with injuries. Powell on the floor. Got to get involved a little bit.
Inside, Nastic. And he's fouled by Horford.
Powell does find people in that box area. Not having an A game by his standards, but good feeder to the post.
Biggest lead of the game now for the Wolverines. Horford picks up his fourth. Johnny Dawkins watches as Nostic goes to the line. He has 10 points. Jordan Morgan coming in now for Horford.
Not bad without McGarry, don't you think?
Yes.
The 2 kids, the rotation. John's done a nice job with them. The spark and enthusiasm of McGarry is something that it's tough to replace that.
McGarry, if you weren't with us at the top of the broadcast, one of Michigan's best players. He really broke out in the NCAA tournament last year. Is not playing in this game because of a back injury. I asked him before the game, when did he do it? He said, you know, all year I've been kind of suffering from a tender lower back.
They're just hoping to rest and some rehab will help him.
Here's the lob on the weak side, and that one a little too strong for Glenn Robinson. There's Mitch McGarry. Nice suit, matching tie.
Classy.
The Bill Lane beer, the Big Ten.
Oh, come on. He smiles once in a while.
You can only hope.
He's a happy-go-lucky guy. That was your team, though, the Pistons. Mahorn, Lambeer.
I name Isaiah Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
He's pretty good.
Rodman, too. Joe Dumars. Minnie.
Backdoor, Randall. They're really trying to get him going. He throws it to Robinson. Robinson with Stauskas as his trailer, lost it right into the hands of Spike Albrecht.
And that's interesting. That's where the timeout was. Probably slippery from perspiration earlier. Flipper could have gotten something there. Didn't he? 3-on-2.
Inside Levert. Stauskas extra pass down low. Morgan misses the chippy, but follows it up on the other side.
That's when I better do this or they're going to kill me. A nice look by Spike.
Nostic again. And a foul called inside. That'll be the 4th on Jordan Morgan.
Great unselfish look. They pry in the center. Stauskas could have shot. Albrecht could have shot. But the find. A little leg on the brow.
So Morgan heading out of the game. Bielfeldt back in. Nostic shooting 1-and-1. Michigan over the limit.
Now those were big. Get you back in touch.
Under 10 minutes to play in the second half. Michigan and Stanford. Wolverines in gold. Cardinal in black.
Do a nice job flashing the post area, dribble drive, ball screening. Of course, they shoot so well, Gus, they stretch you out.
Levert, 15-foot jump shot, tapped around. Eustace finally claims it. His 8th rebound, but the Cardinal have to get it going on offense. Eustace, can he hit it? Cardinal have gone stone cold.
They have. Nice little backup here at Albrecht, don't you think?
And he's been content on just running the offense.
And he's one of those guys, what do you need, coach?
Levert 10 to shoot. The kick. Stauskas trying to free himself. Steps back. Levert deep.
Out of bounds.
But he stepped on the end line out of bounds.
Yeah, Stauskas could do it. I just love how unselfish these kids are. All stems from the top. Upstate New York guy. Just keeps on winning. You mentioned never an assistant coach. That's pretty impressive.
John Beeline, 60 years old. Coached at West Virginia prior to coming to Michigan. Richmond, Canisius.
Son Patrick, a coach too. West Virginia Wesleyan, nice entry. And Powell, bringing it up.
8 points for Powell.
Got to get something off the D. This team will put him to sleep. Getting to that point where you got to have back-to-back stops if you're going to get back in at Stanford. There's the overload, the sneak baseline, and down to 5.
Albrecht.
That'll put a spike into your heart.
Largest lead of the game for Michigan, 56-46. Eustis. Nostich got a hand on it and a foul call.
I thought they'd just keep playing. Had a hand in it. Backup point. In this program, he does a lot of nice things. We saw the pass, the ability to get those puppies organized, Gustavo. It stretches the D. You just can't cover all the area. They got the wing, they got the corner, and out top. Spiking it in with the best of them. All right.
Coach, U of M, 14 on a 14-6 run, rather, over the last 8 minutes.
Yeah, pretty solid basketball. They're very unselfish. And when they spread you as they can with their ability to make shots, all of a sudden it opens up things in the middle. And this is all without McGarry. You know, this guy's a lifer. Johnny's on the way to being a lifer. They run so many good things that it's tough to defend consistently. And I think that's the dilemma for John and his ability to make shots, or his team's ability to make shots.
Bielfeldt at the free throw line.
Shooting 1-1.
Let's see if Stanford can make some kind of run. Offensively, they've struggled shooting from the perimeter. Anthony Brown to the basket, and he traveled. Let's take a look at the foul trouble for both teams.
Hopefully Morgan got those couple early. Bielfeldt got a start last year down at Bradley, which was nice. His hometown of Peoria. Estich, the guy that created some offense for him. We'll get him going a little bit, get him some touches.
Irvin in the front court. Stauskas. Michigan will take their time. Albrecht hitting the big three before the timeout. Give the Wolverines their largest lead.
A nice job covering that baseline bump. Here he comes against Stauskas.
7 to shoot. Albrecht will fire it from deep.
Thinks he's playing Louisville.
And a foul. Bielfeldt called for the foul, guarding Nostich. Now, ring it in the new year with a full day of Big East basketball on Fox Sports 1, as all 10 teams will be in action for the start of the conference season. It all begins at noon Eastern on New Year's Eve, only on Fox Sports 1. We'll start it off, Coach, with St. John Xavier in Cincinnati. By the way, no three-way chili for you. And then we'll wrap it up, the two of us, with Villanova at Butler. Brandon Marsh doing a great job at Butler. His team 8-2.
Brandon, of course, out of the gate.
Brandon Miller, excuse me. Brandon Marshall plays for the Chicago Bears.
Well, Kyle Marshall, the terrific player for them. Easy to confuse those two. And, of course, that Marquette Creighton game right after us. I'm going to moderate you. It's New Year's Eve. I don't want you to get any trouble. Follow my lead.
All right.
We'll be in early.
That means I'm done. Buffalo. Hurley, one of the great college players I've ever had a chance to see with my own eyes. And a lot of Coach K former players are now coaches.
All the guards, too, huh?
That's right.
Well, that's why Bill is behind the mic, I guess. The guards have all the intelligence how to run a team. But I'm with you with Bobby, because I've known his dad forever. A great program at St. Anthony's. And Danny up in Rhode Island. And Tommy, so happy for him, too. He was at Michigan and, you know, ends up at Harvard and makes people think of Harvard as a big-time basketball program, right?
NCAA tournament last year, won a game.
They beat New Mexico.
Now Albrecht, Robinson, LeVert, Horford, and Irvin on the court for the Wolverines. Up 56-48. A lot of time left in this game, though. Albrecht turns the corner, drives to the basket, kicks it out. Irvin passes up the shot.
And you're thinking stop now for Stanford and rebound.
Let's see if they go to Robinson here. Irvin for three. That's a brick. Eustace with the rebound. His ninth. Now Jason Randall, only 2 points, gets to the bucket and draws a foul. He'll go to the line and shoot free throws.
I guess that was impressive, going to his left a little bit. They gotta have a sense of urgency a little bit, don't you think?
Yes, they have been flat offensively. Jason Randall averages 18 points a game, and he only has 2 this evening.
Jason Randall on the line for Stanford and shooting 2.
Correction, 4 points for Jason Randall. Now make it 5 as Stauskas comes back in. Irvin ahead to the bench. Spike Albrecht out. And Walton back in. Second free throw good for Randall. See if that can jumpstart him a little bit. 6 points now for Jason.
Hurt, one of those guys who can handle the ball. A wing guy that can make jumpers. Great asset to this team.
No look pass. Stauskas in traffic and foul.
Plays bigger than his size, doesn't he? Doesn't mind getting in traffic, taking a nick. He's just not a pretty three-point shooter.
And that is the 5th foul on Nostic. He'll have to head out of the game. And as you take a look at Jason Randall and Dwight Powell and their numbers tonight in yellow.
You need those guys to perform big time, and this really hurts. Losing a big guy who did some nice damage in the low box area.
Nostic tying his career high with 14. So Stauskas 5 for 5 from the free throw line.
Oh.
Gets the shooter's roll there.
I'll say that was a squisher. The original gym rat they claim, huh? Spent a lot of hours.
$17 for Stauskas. He had 5 at halftime. Randall fouled again and will go to the line.
Well, I like his aggressive now. That's what they need more of. Look, spark, look, life. Get after it.
So Walton called for his 2nd foul, 10th team foul against Michigan. So Randall will shoot 2.
They really haven't been able to get much out of their defense, so that's what hurts Stanford. 2-2-1, just sort of passive, slows him down a little.
I'll go pick up full court. Stauskas. Michigan's so well schooled on everything in the game. They break the press easily.
I guess he knows what he's doing on the sideline, huh?
He's got an idea. No look pass. Robinson with a jam. Horford put it on a dime. And Glenn Robinson has 15.
Knowing where everybody is.
Powell. Jump hook, good.
More of that. More of that. Too good to be silent.
But can they get a stop on the other end? Down by 6. The time to come out of the zone, Coach.
You know, I'm thinking they got to step it up a little bit, Gus, yes, at some point.
Michigan very relaxed offensively.
At this stage of the game, maybe this might be the last trick they do it.
Walton, very good court vision. At Chandler High School, he played for his dad. Baseline, Stauskas. And Eustace with his 10th rebound.
He is shaking his head, too. That's money in the bank.
Jason Randall, high banker.
Was that strong, too? A discard.
So Randall, no points in the first half. He has 10 now. But more importantly, he cuts the Michigan lead to 4.
Now, you mentioned the feel, the find, the delivery. The high post is filled. the high-low before you get there. You know where your partner is, and Robinson elevating big time. But it's all deployment properly finished at the end. This is what I like him to do. Put it on the deck, make them guard you. Kid's got some big upside, and Randall, as you noted, should have more great strength there, able to take that hit and convert.
Stanford with 2 timeouts left. Michigan still has 4. Wolverines seem to like playing at the Barclays. They played here last year against West Virginia, winning the game.
Big crowd then, too, for them.
A lot of Michigan supporters in the New York metropolitan area.
You know, Gus, you asked me, should they get out of the 2-3 zone? I wouldn't now. 4 points down. I mean, I back into it, see if we can get another stop.
Here's Walton. Robinson, 16 feet away. He'll back it up.
Nice job by Randall. Straight up man now.
10 on the shot clock. Walton. Levert, 6 to shoot. Levert driving, blocked by Powell, out of bounds with 3 on the clock.
Oh, nice reaction collectively. Little switch of the defense in that set late. Going man. Pretty play by Powell.
Timeout on the floor, 3 seconds to shoot for Michigan.
Just great effort here, concentration. Other than not keeping it in play, where is Bill Russell when you need him? Powell delivers. Being in the right spot and taking care of business.
6-46, but Stanford on a 10-4 run since that time. Jason Randall with 6 of the 10 points, and we have a 4-point game with 3:28 to go in the second half.
And 3 seconds on the shot clock. They run a lot of curling action, Michigan, which gives a number of guys an opportunity to make some jump shot. We'll see what happens.
Jason Randall has played all 77 minutes on this trip to the East Coast for Stanford.
Here's their curl play. You see Albrecht first, then Stauskas, and a slip to the goal.
3 to shoot. Levert, the inbounder. That ball knocked away by Powell.
Didn't move.
And the clock did not move.
Got to be a second.
Now Joe DeRosa goes over to the scorers table. Johnny Dawkins having a conversation from his perch on the Stanford sideline. Just 3 seconds remains. Levert throws it inside. Randall with the steal. Outlet pass. Here's Anthony Brown. Stauskas back. Brown blocked by Levert, who got back. What a play.
What hustle. Not giving up on it. Transition D. Extraordinary.
11,039 in attendance here in Brooklyn. As we hit the 3-minute mark, Albrecht bounce pass inside. Horford.
Wow. Does he find people?
Randall the other way. And a blocking foul called. Cardinal will go to the line.
Well, there's a lot of ways you can help your team. May not be having a great offensive game or in the flow much, but running the floor and providing a big-time lift. Karras on the money. Ooh, is that pretty?
And Horford picks up his 5th. He's fouled out for Michigan.
One thing about Spike Albrecht, though, he sees things in the middle of this zone. Of course, they stretch you out on the baseline because they're great shooters, and a little slippage underneath, and Albrecht does that beautifully.
So Randall at the line where he's 6 for 6 tonight.
Jason Randall on the line for Stanford, shooting 2.
And he gets a pair. 8 for 8 for Jason Randall, 12 points. Under 3 to go, 62-58. An eternity remaining in this basketball game.
And Coach Johnson, you got your man-to-man right here.
So Stanford finally coming out of the zone. Stauskas. He's herky-jerky with the basketball. He'll fire from there if he can get a look. Stauskas, and he dribbled it out of play.
A little too much. And John Beilein said, just run the stuff, let it come to you. They reverse the ball so well, he's always going to get some touches, and John Beilein not really happy with that trick.
Michigan calls a timeout. Folks, we're in the bowl season now. And don't forget, this January, it's a showdown between two of the most explosive offenses in the country, as 13th-ranked Oklahoma State clashes with 8th-ranked Missouri in the AT&T Combo Classic. Coverage begins Friday, January 3rd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Fox. Clint Shelf came in during the season and established himself as a starter at Oklahoma State. For Mike Gundy, James Franklin, his final game at Missouri, battled shoulder injury. Missouri winning the SEC East. What a year for Gary Pinckney.
And you'll be there.
Yes, I will.
Letting us know what's going on. And right now, as they come down the stretch, each trip, got to concentrate, get it to the right spot. Johnny likes to high-low quite a bit. You mentioned Randall just blowing by people, so they might give him a ball screen, let him turn the corner. And they go 2-3 zone. They have not shown this all game, Michigan. So after the timeout, makes you think a little bit.
Randall good going to the basket. He'll drive again off the glass. And got the bounce.
How about that kid?
Jason Randall has come alive in the second half. All 14 of his points coming in the second session. And Stanford is closed to within 2.
He's a late night performer.
Here's Glenn Robinson. Albrecht. High pick and roll. Albrecht keeps his dribble alive as he backs it up. Gage guarding him.
And John Beilein with the timeout. Ooh, a little upset over there. How about this kid? You mentioned him stepping up to the Kiss in downtown Brooklyn. But that's what you expect from big-time performers. Terrific game, as you noted, up at UConn. But whew, what touch and feel. And that aggressive nature lacking for so long. All of a sudden, he's personifying that effort.
And I think Stanford has learned something, because in the first half, Randall, as a point guard, served as an Arthur Fiedler type. An orchestrator.
Boston Pops.
But now they're just giving him the ball and letting him go.
And that was against his own, too. He just attacked the teeth of it.
He scored 10 of Stanford's last 11.
10 seconds on the shot clock. I would try and keep the ball on one side of the floor defensively if you could. Don't let them reverse. That's when they are toughest, I think, Michigan.
Albrecht, 7 to shoot. Spike hands it off. Stauskas, he'll step back. Looks for Albrecht, drives the runner, and he's fouled.
How about that kid? And Stauskas with the give back, too. Solid play. Spike just has a feel for this game. Little small change on the wrist on that floater.
Third foul on Anthony Brown, so Spike Albrecht going to the free throw line, his first trip to the line this evening. And he'll get the first one. Albrecht on the season. 2 for 4 from the free throw line.
Yeah, he's a deep shooter. He seldom attacks the rim.
And he'll get a pair. Irvin now will check in for Albrecht.
And they become much bigger defensively now. That's what this is for. I'm sure Albrecht, if they get the ball back on the floor.
1:40 to go. 4-point lead for Michigan. Randall again to the basket, up and contact.
Was he just taken over in a masterful fashion off the dribble? And Michigan really unable to contain him on the perimeter.
Eight for 8 from the free throw line for Chasen.
Tells you a lot about this kid, though.
A lot about this kid.
A lot. Like, sometimes when you're struggling, you just can't get out of your lethargy, and he has just performed at a high level.
And he misses the second. Knocked out of bounds. No, saved in the corner. Here's Albrecht now, back in the game. 3-point lead for the Wolverines. 1:23 to go.
Well, they had a 10-second violation, by the way. Didn't see it. It was 25 on the shot clock.
Stauskas, the runner inside, off the front rim. No, batted around. Who wants it? And Michigan will hold on and get a new shot clock.
Well, that's one you got to have if you're Stanford. Well, what a tough play. They had a 10-second call.
Both teams with 2 timeouts in a double bonus. Albrecht guarded by Randall. Robinson by Hustis. Stauskas guarded by Anthony Brown.
Those are hide and seek or peekaboo.
Glenn Robinson. Michigan deliberate on offense. Stauskas with a screen. Baseline, Levert, and he's fouled.
Well, they run out at you and give the foul. But watch the shot clock, guys. See right here, they don't get it over the timeline at 25. 6, 5. That's a violation. 12 seconds. Oh.
Meanwhile, Levert at the line, 1 of 2. Irvin will check in for Albrecht.
Replaces Mike Albrecht.
And Levert misses a pair. Gage with a rebound, and he's fouled.
Not a good foul at all. That far from the... Oh, my goodness.
And Jordan Morgan picks up his 5th. So Gage will go to the line and shoot 2 free throws.
How about that? It's almost like a giveaway. 2 for 2 on the year coming into tonight, Gage, but this is just one of those, just turn and go back.
And this is an important game for both these teams, Coach.
I agree. No question about it. We're talking about implications for March, getting in the tournament potentially, where you're seated in the tournament, all of those things once they sit down.
Gage, though, will make that at the free throw line for Stanford. That is Grant Verhoeven. And he gets the second.
A little timeout now, probably extend the floor. Straight up man. And now, if you're Michigan, beat it over the timeline, get yourself organized, use a little clock, but I think 15 seconds you go, you start making some sort of move, because they're much better when they get side to side with the basketball. And this is a big stop, very big stop right now.
They need it down by 2. Michigan with the basketball. 43.6 remaining.
Boy, Randall has really made a game of this for Stanford. Just put this team on his shoulders.
That's right. Randall with 15 points in the second half.
Great leadership qualities.
Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Cardinal. One more non-conference game, and then they'll get into Pac-12 play. Cal, Oregon State, Oregon, and Washington State.
Oregon having a great year.
And for the Wolverines, they'll take on Holy Cross, and then Big Ten play begins. Coach Pitino's kid. Head coach
Richard. Yeah, Chris Collins. 10 miles in Nebraska. But now you've got to have Albrecht make some good decisions. You got to come and meet the basketball. Got to be solid. They do post up beautifully. Robinson's one of those guys that does really step in the post area midcourt.
The Stanford will pick up Michigan three-quarter court. They'll let Albrecht receive. About a 13-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Albrecht make that 8 seconds. Levert.
Quick timeout with 15.
Michigan calls a 30-second timeout.
Didn't like what he saw, or he just wants to make sure Albrecht was stuck in the corner too. That's not good when you're running the offense. So not a bad timeout. They're just going to come out and run their set. They had a double high. That tricked us.
Each team with a timeout left.
I think Robinson or Stauskas are the guys that have to get a touch at some point, don't you?
Yes. Either or for the Wolverines.
They have a turn down series where they pick the forward and he can step and go to the hoop or step and come back and get them a good, clean look. They run so many things. Inordinate amount of offense. Michigan run them all well. One thing does, if they do drive, they got ample people on the perimeter that can make shots.
15 to shoot. 23.4 in the game clock. Levert to Albrecht. Guarded by Randall. Cardinal don't want to foul here. 10 seconds. Robinson driving. Robinson off the glass and in.
Big time set. High post.
13 seconds left. Randall straight to the hole. Oh, he's fouled and one.
How quick was that? This kid is just a different personality this second half. But the deployment here, everybody thinks it's going to be a perimeter, but now they space because they keep you honest, and then going to that left hand. We've seen him use the left hand beautifully, Robinson. And right here, nobody stops the ball. You got to stop. That's the #1 course of business.
Huge free throw for Randall. He has 17. And he gets it. 1-point game, so the strategy defensively changes for Stanford's Johnny Dawkins.
Absolutely. Now they can do a little clamping, and balls passed in, maybe one pass. Let's see if he can get a double and an interception and give it. You see the kids can get the ball up and down the floor in 4 seconds, so see what they can do with the other end of the free throws. But I would set some fronting situation where you're making a tough inbound. A lot of guys don't like to put somebody on the ball. We'll see what they do, whether they go big there. But a lot of people can handle the ball, not only Albrecht for this Michigan team. So it's not one guy that can put it on the deck.
Well, Stauskas is a 77% shooter. Levert at 83%. Robinson at 74%.
You're saying they're all pretty good, basically.
Pretty good. Spike Albrecht, you know. He came in this game 2 of 4. He's hit his free throw tonight. 2 of 2 this evening for Spike Albrecht.
And they are fronting. Let's see how they do this defensively. Marcus Allen in.
So Levert the inbounder. Powell guards the ball. Levert running the baseline, and he gets a timeout.
Last one. A great job on the inbounds by Johnny's guys. Everybody fronted beautifully. They had a chance for second on Albrecht, and if you pass up on an inbounds, the first free guy, you seldom get another opportunity. But everybody fronted here. You can see the speed and coverage, the size on the inbounder. making it a tough entry. And right there, I thought they could have got Albrecht, but they were looking one way instead of running the baseline and looking. Fortunate to get that timeout. A lot of people down there, Gus. 3 goal shirts, maybe eliminate one over at half court and do some quick screening, high-low or tandem, and step back to the ball.
Both teams coming off 2-point games. Stanford beat UConn by 2, 53-51. Michigan losing to Arizona, the #1 team in the nation, by 2, 72-70. And the end of the game for John Beilein was something that he really hammered into his team after losing 72-70. Michigan not boxing out at the end, allowing Arizona to squeak away with the win.
As they tipped it to one and tipped it to himself. The big thing now is you've got to set a lot of things up if you're John. You're going to hit the foul. What are we going to do on a miss? What are we going to do on a make? How are we going to push it up the floor? If we need a 2 or a 3, what are we going to get after? And of course, the way Randall's been able to just push it down the floor with his speed and ability to finish at the rim.
Finishing the game, a point of emphasis in the Stanford practice yesterday. Situations. Now Albrecht will be the inbounder.
And he can't see over. How? He's switching because he's a better passer.
Albrecht looking. He finds Stauskas.
A nice move by Beilein when you think of it. Regardless of the big guy on the ball, he knows his best passer was Albrecht.
Stauskas will go to the line. He's 7 for 7 tonight. 7.8 seconds to go. So even if Michigan hits both free throws, we still have a 1-possession game. Stanford will need a 3.
And then, of course, if it's 3, do they give the foul before he shoots it?
The age-old question in basketball.
This gets money, though. But he's got ice. And being from Canada, he's familiar with it.
67-65, 2-point game. Stauskas gets the second.
Walton in the game now.
Now Gage will check in and serve as the inbounder. 3-point game, 7.8 to go. Randall's got to do it.
And Gage can shoot 3s too.
Randall for 3 and a tie. Off the front rim, no. Irvin with a rebound, and Michigan will run out the clock.
Tough shot. I thought he'd drive and kick it back. Gage was a trailer too. Could have been dangerous.
So Michigan holds on to beat Stanford 68-65 in Brooklyn.
Right here under duress, they double up. Stauskas as well. Heck of a second half when you think of it. Stanford showed a lot. Got themselves immersed in the game, and Michigan overcoming the psychological void of no Mitch McGarry and rotating the centers. And Robinson just extraordinary, Gus.
So John Beilein will get out of New York with a win, 68-65. As we take one more look at our player of the game, we're giving it to Glenn Robinson as he finishes with 17 points this evening. The Michigan Wolverines defeat the Stanford Cardinals 68-65 here in Brooklyn. Coming up, Coach Rav will talk to Coach Beilein.